Good afternoon, everybody. It is September 16th, 2015. This is the Option Don. I want to do some intraday coverage. As you could see, it's lunchtime now, halfway into the day. On the daily chart of the SPY, the price action broke above the triangle, which seems to be a bullish event. We're having a nice continuation of yesterday's up move. And you can notice we're doing it on very low volume. Halfway into the day, we have less than half of yesterday's candle in terms of volume profile, and yesterday's up move was on below average volume. The bull case is building. The bulls are clearly winning at the moment. 200 and 190. That's your range of this so-called sideways market as it stands. I think that we'll probably tag 200. I don't know if we'll exceed it today. We may not even tag it. Who knows? But I would say that if you're long, it's a good place to book profits if you didn't do so yesterday. Today's a continuation rally. I would highly suggest not pushing it and overdoing it and buying more here at these heights. I'd suggest booking profit, and I'll be open. I'll be honest. I think it's a decent spot to speculate short. Tomorrow's a major event. The FOMC minutes tomorrow afternoon. Whether or not they raise rates, that event will bring clarity to the market and comfort. There'll be more investors and institutional players that are sidelined coming and participating in the market. So you could tell by the volume profile that it's very low. Just the past several days on these rallies. Pathway wise, I think that tomorrow there's a possibility we go straight up. We can go straight up on a directional move into 204s. Here, maybe here if it gets wild. Or we can reverse down, probably test this triangle trend line support, and which I think would be the pathway. I'm actually in SPY puts. They're down at the moment, but if this price action, this continuation rally, can accelerate, I may average in and speculate to the downside for tomorrow. I did start the week saying that with the thesis that whether or not they raise rates, the market trades higher. So I am switching it up based on technical indications. The price action is clearly higher. The volume doesn't support the higher move. It does seem as if that sellers are drying up and that this is a market ready to go vertical higher. But this is the exact game that they play. They suck in all the buyers and then they drop it. They drop the market when people aren't ready for it. That's a scenario. Revisiting 190 this week or next week is certainly a possibility. It's not set in stone. Tomorrow could go either way, and as it looks, the SPY up 60 basis points, testing a resistance from this range. It's possible we break right through it. I don't know. We'll see. But you can notice on the daily, the stochastics over here is getting overbought. It could stay overbought for quite some time. But when it gets to these levels, especially when you have, you can still kind of call it an overall downtrend, even though it crashed and then is moving sideways. It's better I don't use the word trend because we're not trending. We're completely sideways. In a sideways range, you would assume that you would short 200. But who knows? It might not be sideways. We could be vertical up from here. Not sure. But be careful be careful being aggressively long, especially into an event that, and the quadruple witching week, which this will be a very high volume week, I anticipate. And if it's to the upside, we can rip really hard, and also we can collapse really hard too. So, you know, both sides, bulls and bears, they have their case. There is an argument to be said and spoken about, but again, 64 basis points, the market just keeps charging higher. I think it's likely we tag 200 today. That would be very impressive if it could blast through 200 and close on high volume. That would be very, very impressive, actually. And that's also a possibility. So anyway, let me wrap up this video. Those that are long, congrats. Excellent trade. I'd suggest booking profit. That would be wise. And for those that are short, they're building up the case. You know, it's the short story with the bearish divergences that are emerging. That's real. So we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be wild tomorrow. Good luck to everybody.